Hello everyone, this is Tony Richards with another episode of Clear Vision TV, and we're working our way down the leadership checklist. So I'm giving you some points that you can put down on a sheet of paper and you can review them as you're working on your self-awareness, you're working through your self-development, and you're setting your goals. And so we're up to number 11 on our leaders checklist, and this one goes back to developing the leaders around you. But number 11 is building the best top team that you can build. What does that mean? Well, if we put everybody in categories, and I know not everybody likes to do that, but let's say we have our A players, we have our B players, and we have C players. What might be a good idea is for you to sit down and figure out, what does an A player look like on my team? What does a B player look like on my team? What does a C player look like on my team? So an A player does this or accomplishes this or has these competencies and skills and generates these results. And a B player has these competencies and skills and generates these results. And a C player does this. Now, how many? So once you've done that exercise, you can ask yourself, how many A's do I have? How many B's and how many C's? Now, this is very important. Don't misunderstand me. It is okay to have B's and C's on your team, especially if you're the leader and a manager, much like myself, because I enjoy developing people. I enjoy developing leaders. If you just want to be real successful and you don't enjoy developing people and leaders, you better hire the best people you can right out of the gate. You better try to find all the A players that are already developed and can step right in, which a lot of people, they can't handle that. It causes them to doubt themselves because they're being challenged by other skilled and talented people. So you got to overcome that constraint. So if you don't like developing people, you better hire all A's. But if you're like me and you like developing people, you like working with them, they might be a C when you find them. And yeah, they may not be prepared for a particular position, but then here's where you get to work on yourself. You get to work on your leadership development skills and abilities where your team is concerned. What would have to happen? What's it going to take to turn that C into a B? And conversely, how do you get them from a B to an A? And believe it or not, that's difficult for some people, and it's a challenge that a lot of people don't want to take on because it takes a lot of patience, and it takes a lot of skill, and it takes a great deal of the right kind of attitude. It's 90% attitude and 10% technique. So if you have the attitude that you believe that you can do that, you can develop people and take them from C to B to A, that is an amazing, amazing skill and ability, and I applaud you for it. But the ability to do that, build a top team, is an amazing leadership skill. Here's some questions for you. How many quality performers have you drawn into your inner circle? How many quality performers have you brought into your team or the people that you're managing? Are you always driving and striving for them to be better? In other words, I know a lot of companies where people leave because there's not a clear path to success. You know, they come in all energetic and they come in happy, and there's no, like in some companies, there's no path to becoming a partner. There's no path to becoming an executive. There's no clear-cut way to advance. That's your job. If you're the top person, if I'm looking at you today and you're the top person, you got to have that to build a top team. Here's one more question before we go. How do you engage them and how do you energize them? Are they as engaged and energized as you are? Or are they engaged and more energized than you are? We'll talk about the Leaders Checklist some more on our next episode of Clear Vision TV.